broadcast at Eagle 7 News.
It's that time of year again, room draw night. Where will you be living next year? More on that to come.
And in an attempt to reduce waste, Bon Appetit has made a decision that could potentially impact students' daily schedules. I'm Kara Zondervan.
And I'm Chase Carlson. Your campus news starts right now.
Room draw night is almost here, and it's one of the most stressful and anticipated nights of the year for student life. Word on campus is that student life is going to be making big changes for on-campus housing next year. Eagle 7's Tori Hain has more.
I'm outside of the Robertson Student Center, which will soon be home to only upperclassmen. Next year, there will be some changes. We caught up with future Ramsey RA Elise Tanquist to find out more.
I think the students are going to be a little bit shocked at first. I feel like having the upperclassmen living in the stud just gives them like a sense of like their time in life right now. Like, you know, their independence, like living in the stud, like your independence is just like really there. Like, yeah, I think it's going to be good that they have that independence since a lot of them probably haven't lived on their own, you know, having like that full kitchen, like many different rooms. And, you know, oftentimes in those dorms, they don't really socialize with the other halls. So I think that that'll work well too. Just spending time in their own rooms. But I think in the end, they're going to realize how great of an idea that it really is.
I'm going to be a senior next year, and I can't wait to call the stud my new home. For Eagle 7 News, I'm Tori Hain.
For freshmen, this means a longer commute to main campus.
That's right, Chase. Our next story might be of interest to them.
Harold has been our loyal shuttle driver for quite some time. We sat down with him this week. Eagle 7's David Onleu has more.
Everybody knows Harold as the guy who drives around in the bus, picks us up, and drops us off where we need to go. This week, we sat down with him to see what he's all about and his big announcement that he has to give us.
So I started at Northwestern right around 5 years ago. I just felt what God was leading me here. The students are just incredible. They're a lot of unique people that always bring a smile to my face. They're fun to talk to. So I'm leaving Northwestern. I'm sort of consider it retired. It was a rough winter, and I thought I might move on to someplace a little more better for the climate. I'm thinking maybe Bethel. Maybe Bethel would be the place.
Harold, we are so sorry to see you go. We really appreciate all your work that you have for us. We wish you the best at your new job or where you need to go. For Eagle 7, this is David Onleu.
Some may have already noticed that Harold was not in the shuttle today. His last day was yesterday. We wish him all the best at Bethel.
With Chapel being redeveloped next year, there are a few things that students need to hear about the requirements of the new Spiritual Development Credit. With the new Spiritual Development Credit taking place starting fall of 2019, the chapel staff has decided to extend the chapel requirements from 22 chapels required a quad to 33. This will give students more opportunities to find time with the Lord and learn more about Him. With this added amount comes a more diverse aspect of Christianity.
It'll be taking effect fall of 2019, and one of the additions that we'll make, you know, since we'll have to hire more drivers, since Harold will be retiring, is that we're going to have more shuttle buses, and part of the spiritual development credit is that students will have to go visit chapels at Crown, North Central, and Bethel, so they can kind of get a feel of what God's doing in other campuses as well, and so they'll have to at least do that once per quad for the whole year.
With this change will come a more complex class schedule in order to work around students going to different schools in order to get those required credits. Scott, I know that the sun and the high temperatures has been giving everyone some extra motivation this final quad, so how does next week look for us?
Well, Kara, I think we all remember the dreaded snowstorm of 2018, and sadly, I think it's back this year. Heading into tonight, we've got snow. I know, right? It's April. Snow again. And then down, it's going to be really chilly, 7 degrees on Saturday. Thankfully, again, the snow is coming out on Tuesday, the sun will be coming out on Tuesday again. I sure hope you haven't packed away your winter gear quite yet, because you're going to be needing it this weekend. Over to you, Morgan.
Thanks, Scott. It's been a big week for sports, as all spring sports are in full swing. However, with a cold front and sub-freezing temps coming in, all sports are canceled for the following week. In brighter news, there are even some new sports to be added next year. The athletic department has announced that next year we will have some new NCAA Division III teams. There will be co-ed rowing, men's volleyball, and an official spikeball team. All three will be fall sports, so go out and support your new UNW teams. That's all for sports today. Back to you, Chase.
Thanks, Tolly. Every year, each American throws about 1,200 pounds of organic garbage that can be composted. This upsetting statistic is true for our campus as well. Bon Appetit's to-go option has been a fan favorite for many students. We caught up with Elliot Meyer, the general manager of Bon Appetit, to learn about the impact that these to-go containers are having environmentally and economically, and what Bon Appetit plans to do moving forward.
So we have decided to discontinue the to-go containers for many reasons. One, it's kind of confusing on whether it's recyclable or compostable, so they just end up piling up in a garbage can. Two, it's not really a to-go container because you're just taking it and sitting down in the main cafe, the main dining area, to eat with your friends. And three, it's just a good hiding spot for the real forks, because you take a to-go container and a real fork, and you're done, you put it together and you throw it away. So we're back to the fork dilemma.
I know this was a hard call for Bon Appetit to make, but I feel confident that students will adapt well, and they're excited for the environmental impact.
In addition to this change, Bon Appetit will be making another significant change concerning food prices. I have the story. Rumor has it that the Billy is going to buffet style next year here at Northwestern. So we talked to some students to see their thoughts about this. So you heard about the rumors about the Billy for next year?
Yeah, that they're going buffet style?
Mm-hmm. What do you think about that?
I have mixed feelings. I'd like it for meals, but I wouldn't like it for just a snack or something. Like I wanted to get some gummy worms or something like that, so.
So we get like a certain amount of swipes, and then you just swipe once and you get all the food you want.
Yes.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
I'm just hoping I can not starve next year like I am this year.
Any other thoughts about that?
Not really. As long as I still have ice cream at the Nest, I'm happy.
The Billy is changing to buffet style, and all you can say about this is, wow, what a great idea. Only a fool would be disappointed in this change. For Eagle 7 News, I'm Chase Carlson. With all this talk about next year, I can't believe it's April already. How's your April been going?
You know, it was April Fool's early this week, and I had no pranks pulled on me, so I was actually kind of surprised. Got to April 2 and nothing had happened, but yeah, it was weird. Well, we want to hear from you, so if there's anything you think we need to cover, reach out to us.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook to stay updated throughout the week. I'm Chase Carlson.
And I'm Kara Zondervan. Happy April Fool's, Eagles.